Hey guys, so today I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a full comparison between the main phones on Verizon, the Droid lineup. Of course, it's the HTC Droid Incredible, the Motorola Droid X, and the upcoming Motorola Droid 2. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and compare them, give you guys some more information, hopefully help you make a decision on which one you might want. Okay, so let's go ahead and start out by taking a look at the HTC Droid Incredible. So guys, this one's been out for just a little while, but it's still a really solid phone. Okay, so some of the specs are: it has a 3.7-inch AMOLED display, an 8-megapixel cam, 8 gigabytes of internal memory, it runs Android 2.1 with Sense, and it does have a 1 gigahertz Snapdragon processor. So guys, this is a really solid phone, probably one of the best phones around right now. It doesn't have one of these huge screens like the HTC Evo 4G over on Sprint. It doesn't have a front-facing camera like the iPhone 4. But guys, really, it is a really solid phone. I mean, it's fairly compact compared to some of the other larger phones. It does, of course, have Android 2.1, like I said, with Sense. The Snapdragon processor is a very solid processor. It's a really good phone. Unfortunately, though, guys, looks like it's starting to fall back some. There are some really good phones coming up. Okay, guys, so the next phone I'm going to be taking a look at is the Motorola Droid X. So guys, this is a really big phone in more than one ways, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a run through of it. So guys, it does have a 4.3-inch display, it has an 8-megapixel camera with 720p high-definition video recording, 3 microphones, one for noise cancellation, one on the front, one on the back for video recording. It has an 8GB internal memory, as well as a 16GB micro SD card. Android 2.1 with a custom Motorola interface, not Blur, it's something else. They don't really have a name for it. Guys, it does have a 1 gigahertz OMAP processor. So guys, this processor is really fast. It's probably a good step up from the Snapdragon processors that we're used to seeing on a lot of Android phones. So guys, the Motorola Droid X looks really solid. I like the fact that it's a big phone, but it definitely isn't just, a standard, just another HTC phone that we keep seeing, every day it seems. I mean, it's, somewhat unique with the Motorola interface, and it also does have, of course, the different processor, which should be even faster. Okay, guys, so the next phone we'll be taking a look at is the successor to the original Droid, the Motorola Droid 2. So guys, before we begin, this one has not been officially confirmed. We've heard this from a Verizon representative. We've heard it from a lot of different sources. But before we begin, I just wanted to let you guys know, take it with a grain of salt. Everything looks pretty solid, but you never know. So anyway, guys, the Motorola Droid 2 looks like it will have a 3.7-inch screen, just like the original Droid, a 5-megapixel camera, Android 2.2 Froyo most likely, an 8GB SD card, as well as 8GB of internal memory, and lastly, the same 1 gigahertz chip from the Droid X. So guys, this phone is looking pretty solid. Probably one of the major things they did, because of obviously the screen, a lot of it looks the same, is they redesigned the keyboard. And that's a great thing in my opinion. The original Droid keyboard wasn't terrible, but this new one looks quite a bit better. It now has a full keyboard from edge to edge, so all the keys are a little bit bigger. They look like they have a better feedback to them, and all in all, it just looks like a really solid upgrade. Okay guys, so hopefully now you have a pretty good idea of what all the major Droid phones on Verizon are about. So guys, personally, a lot of people, I'm sure you guys are asking the same thing, well, which one should you get? Well, I think that there's a case for any of them. If you don't like really large phones, if you want to, keep something that's a little bit smaller but still have plenty of power and obviously run Android, the HTC Droid Incredible is a really solid choice. That said, if you want to go ahead and move up, if you really want a full slide-out keyboard, which looks to be pretty solid, maybe you're coming off of a BlackBerry or something like that, then the Motorola Droid 2 is probably the one you're going to want to go for. Personally, in my opinion, though, guys, I would pick the Droid X. Yes, it is really pretty large. So maybe if you have smaller hands or you don't really want to be carrying a lot of stuff, I guess. But really, guys, I think between the really nice screen, the very fast processor, and the fact that it just seems to be a really solid phone. It actually does have, of course, the Motorola interface, which improves a few things. It's not quite as in-depth as on HTC Sense, but still it's really solid. So guys, if I'm buying a phone right today, or rather once it comes out, if I'm going to go ahead and buy one, I'm going to go ahead and get the Droid X. So what do you think? Definitely let me know in the comments. Are you interested in maybe the Droid Incredible? Are you looking for the Droid X? Or are you just going to wait for the Droid 2? Definitely let me know. I'm pretty interested to know what you guys are interested in. Anyway, thanks for watching.